The government of Kenya is expediting the evacuation of Kenyans from Lebanon, which, as you all know, is experiencing an unprecedented humanitarian crisis due to the escalating conflict in the region. This follows months of sustained calls to Kenyans in Lebanon to voluntarily register themselves if they wish to be evacuated. I am emphasizing this because we sent out an appeal severally for them to be registered, but Kenyans can be very interesting. They were not forthcoming. I think they were hoping to wait it out so that on the assumption that the situation would subside and they would continue to be there. So we initially registered a very low level of registration of Kenyans in Lebanon, and we estimate that they're about 26,000. However, following the escalation, the government now has received a registration of 7,119 Kenyans who have now come forward to register so that they can be assisted in one way or the other to get back home. It's possible, and we believe that we may see more, because now this is the reaction after the initial silence. We are expecting a fourth and fifth batch of Kenyans to be evacuated from Lebanon to arrive in Kenya this weekend. This evacuation process, ladies and gentlemen, has proven to be slow and cumbersome due to stringent clearance requirements from the Lebanese authorities and limited flight options, with only one airline currently operating flights into Beirut. So basically, the airspace is not safe in that area, and therefore the options are very limited. And when we talk of a fourth and fifth batch, it depends on how many seats we are able to get at any one time for them to come. So it may be in lots of 10, in lots of 20, perhaps up to 30 if we are lucky. Remember, we are competing also with other nations that are also undertaking a similar exercise for their nationals in that area. So it's going to be likely a long drawn-out undertaking.
We are even aware that there is a group that arrives tonight that is privately funded. Over the weekend, the cohort 4 and 5, we're expecting over 30 to come in. And then as Waziri said, this is something that we expect will continue we will continue to do it this way. We are, of course, exploring opportunities to do larger scale evacuations, but as Waziri said, it is extremely expensive and the options now are limited. It is not what it was in August when we started the evacuation. Only one airline is flying, and it's extremely expensive to move people about. These are the limitations we are working through.
I also wish to assure you that the government of Kenya shall remain closely appraised of the development in the Middle East and is committed to protecting citizens across the world. And finally, just to reiterate that there is a committee here which is seized with this matter, so that we are monitoring on a regular basis. The Treasury has committed to support through an initial 100 million Kenya shillings to assist in this exercise. We are also trying to look at other means that could be deployed. It's a very expensive undertaking, risky. When you talk of some of the people in aviation or in shipping, they tell you that it's now very expensive because the marine insurance or the air cover insurance to allow them to go into these areas is very prohibitive. So it's a fairly complex situation. But I just want to say that we will do our best within our means to continue giving support to our Kenyans, and hopefully we shall not suffer any casualties.
Marihi matirari moru muno mwaka uyu nituronire kuri factory imwe irakinyite irarihirwo na makiria ya shilingi 60 na kwoguo ona mathire maria turahete members aitu nituronete aigi ao ni mahotete kuriha na makariha wega no kuri amwe ni undu wa gitumi kimwe kana kingi mathia makakoremererwo ni kuriha acio no tumeraga hindi ciothe mwisho wa mwaka wa kinya no kondu nahota kurikia thire kuringana na tweranite uke tuikare thi twaranirie tumenye uria tuguthie na mbere.
Now reading the notice, and you shall also receive the budget for 2025.
Jina langu ni Kishero Maina, in charge of internal audit.
Good morning. My name is Milfred.
All the time, I'm Felix Kedai, Cooperative Officer Madia.
My name is Beatrice Mungai, Team Leader Keno Branch.
Next.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Susan.
Audio delegates wa Kagema na
Chairman of the area. Kaide wapigie makofi.
Apology, Director for Kigumu.
My name is Daniel Mugai Jeroge, Chairs for this sorry.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Where is Director Nyota? Ako huko nyuma. Watu wa delegates Kiwara. Asanteni sana. Now we hand over
Heads of departments.
My name is Mundia David, Head of Business Development.
Molino Ventures.
Kutoka Nairobi, James Wawero.
My name is Maureen Nganga, the branch manager of Parana.
And all the times. Good morning.
ladies, me, I have our team.
Dainase Wajiko, Kagema Sub-County.
Thank you very much for listening to me.
From one region.
The board will introduce their delegates. Branch Faris Kariuki. Asanteni sana. Commissioner will introduce the DCOs.
Good morning, everybody. My name is
Sundi ya Maragwa. Hiyo ni branch ya mbere thĩinĩ wa Elio. Nĩ tondũ wa gũka. Thank you.
3 who are still on the way, and we hope they'll be here.
So that is all right. Brand managers, please come. We reported to Atora branch this Monday. So, the wheels are beginning to make it.
Ttacks branch.
So that is it. Nituguthie na mbere na kumahe last expense cover kana mbeca cia mathiko aria maraiga mbeca wega thiini wa investor account kuma 100,000 na guthie na mbere. Kwa macio nimo maundu maria main twahitukia mucemanio wa umuthi thiini wa budget. Budget hiyo ni yarora kuria tugukorwo tukiona na njira iria tugukorwo tukiona mbeca. Njira imwe ni ati income itu igukorwo ikiuma mwena wa loans, income hakuhi 80%, na income hiyo igi yume kuri njira ya mbeca iria tuonaga kuria tu investite na mbeca iria tuonaga kuma kuri service income. Andũ makumbithĩtie maroni mahota gũtuĩka affected, andũ amwe mambirie kũremwo nĩ nginya kũrĩha maroni mao, mambirie gũtuĩka delinquent kana makorwo matekũrĩhĩka wega nĩ ũndũ wa igoti rĩu tondũ rĩroka abruptly na mũndũ akĩbangĩte mũndũ aroete roni rwa mĩaka 5 mĩaka 3, koguo hau no hegũkorwo na kaũndũ ga kũritũ kũhinyĩrĩria mũruti wa wĩra kana mũndũ wothe gũkorwo akĩrĩha mbeca icio cia medical.
you.